Hello everyone, welcome to Puddinwood Avenue. My name is Bindi. So today we're going to make a 3-colour Christmas bauble. We're going to make 2 of these little circles, join them together, and all of our ends are going to tuck into the middle, and maybe use a little bit of polyfill, and it's going to have a little handle on it so that you can hang it on the tree. They're very cute, quite fast to make up. Now you can use any colours that you like. I've chosen for this particular one white, red and green, and the yarn I'm using today is a Bella Baby Tiz 8-ply in the white, 95% acrylic, premium acrylic, 5% polyester. It's made for spotlight, and if you find anything with sparkle in it, especially up here in far north Queensland, grab it because it goes so fast. The other 2 colours are, it's not this yarn, but I suppose you could make it in this yarn, but they are Kringle Sparkle, and I'm using it in the green and dark green, and also in the red. Again, these just came from Spotlight. If you happen to see them, grab them because they go really, really fast. I love using these yarns for Christmas projects. And so I'm also using a 3mm hook. Now you could use a 4mm hook, a 5mm hook, make things as big or as small as you want, it doesn't really matter. I think if you had a few different sizes, a small, medium and large, hanging on your tree, that'd be really, really cool. You can do any colorway that you like. You might want to start with the green first, go green, red, white, and then end with the green with the spike stitch. Totally up to you. That's totally your choice. So we're going to make, I'm going to show you how to make another one of these today. I'm going to join them, and I'll show you how to make the little hanging hook, and at the end we're going to have this lovely little bauble. Now, if you are new to my channel, can I just say hello and welcome. If you are a new subscriber, again, hello and welcome. And if you're an old subscriber, welcome back. Lovely to have you here. Now I have to give a little bit of a shout out to Manthas Makes, Sam from Manthas Makes, who is an awesome YouTube channel here, and Yarny Crafts, of course. And she actually gave me a bit of a shout out because I'm only a new channel and I'm quite small, and I'm not aiming for the big lights, but it's great to have subscribers. And she gave me a little bit of shout out. I'm up to, I think, 83 subscribers the last time I looked. I'm aiming for 100. I'd be so absolutely chuffed. So if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do. I have lots of works in progress and finished objects and tutorials and yarn chats and samples of different stitches. So go back and have a look at my channel. Like what you see, please jump on, subscribe. That would be awesome. And if you can also please leave a like, hit that like button before you leave, that would be great too, because it just helps that algorithm and tells YouTube that, oh, people like what they see, and so it kind of gets me out there a little bit more. All right, I'll stop selling. Let's start doing crochet. Okay, so today we're going to do, oh no, one more shout out. Again, new Christmas nails, Kim Lai Beauty House in Malanda. Look her up if you're in the Tablelands. She does an amazing job. I was doing some work yesterday. I'll put a photo up at the end, and I damaged my nail. She's gonna shake her head at me. I think I hit it with the sander. I was doing up some little tables, old school tables for my classroom for next year, and they look awesome. Yeah, so Kim, thank you very much. I love my nails. She does an amazing job. All right, so let's get on with the crochet. Now I've stopped waffling. I do apologize if I cough. If I cough, it's not a Bindi video, apparently, according to one of my kids at school. But this first week of holidays, Mr. David and I have been absolutely smashed with the flu. So I'm still coughing. All right, so we're going to make a magic circle. So we're going to go make a loop like an awareness ribbon with the short tail at the back coming out to the right, putting our hook into the big loop, wrap our yarn around and pull it through the big loop, and straight away do a chain, which leaves us with a couple of circles that we're going to work into. So the tail is now coming out to the left. We've got a little bit of a loop on this side, but we're going to work into the loop that's on the right. Now we're going to do 10 half double crochets into this stitch. Okay, so we're going to yarn over, go into the big circle, capture our yarn. We've got 3 loops on our hook. yarn over, pull through all 3, and that's a half double crochet. So we need to do 10 of those. Just trying to, is that better? White is really hard to see. All right, so we're going to do 10 of those. So that's 1. So yarn over into the big circle, capture our yarn, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through all 3. So that's 2 and 3. If you're not sure how to do any of these stitches, I do have in my playlist basic stitch tutorials, and so I have got a much slower version of how to do a half double crochet if you want to go and have a look. The whole purpose of this channel is to encourage people to try this craft before it dies out. It's actually coming back into fashion quite a bit at the moment, which is fantastic to see. I've got a little crochet crew at school that I teach a bunch of kids, boys and girls, because there's nothing to say that boys can't do this too. Alright, so I'm just going to count. I'm not sure how many I've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hi, that was good counting. Alright, okay, sorry about that little break. My phone decided it wasn't going to play. Alright, so I'm going to pull that tail. I'm just going to close it up, and I'm not going to close it all the way. I like to just hang on to it for a minute until I can get all of my stitches done. So I can see here that's my 10th one. So I'm just going to go slip stitch into this stitch here, and we're going to slip stitch. We're going to do a chain, and we're going to pull a tail, and we're going to cut that off because we are going to change colors. Okay. So I'm going to change, what have I done next? I've done red, so I'm going to change into the red. And I'm just going to hold that back. I'm going to go into any stitch here. And we're going to do 2 half double crochets into every stitch. So I'm just going to start anywhere. Grab my end of my yarn. Hold it at the back there. Pull it through, do a chain of 1, and then I'm going to do 2 half double crochets into that same stitch. So go back into there. I'm going to work over my my tail for a little bit. So that's 1 and 2, just to secure it at the back. And we're going to go again. 2 into this one, 1 and 2. Okay, sorry about that little bit of interruption there. My daughter just rang. Alright, so we're going to do 2 half double crochets into the next stitch, and and tucking that tail in behind, and then 2 half double crochets into the next stitch, but I'm going to drop that tail. I am, however, going to work the white tail in behind. So we're going to go into that stitch. So we're going to half double crochet into that stitch where the slip stitch is. I'm going to work on my tail a little bit, just to make it a little bit more secure as we go around. So 1 and 2 into there, just working over the white tail. We only have to do that for a couple of stitches. 2 into the next stitch, 1 and 2, 2 into the next stitch. So by the end of this round, we will have 20 stitches altogether. So we've done a few with the white tail, just working behind. So I'm just going to drop that now and just work the last few just without working over the top of the tail, because we're going to use the tails to stuff our little circle with. So 1, 2 into there. Oh, I've caught the white. There we go. And 2 half double crochets in here. I've actually had to restart this a couple of times because my phone keeps going off. and I'm not sure if I said it in this take or the last one, but if you're not sure on how to do half double crochets, if you have a look in my playlist, I have a playlist there called Basic Stitches, where I show you how to do these all of the basic stitches, not just half double crochet, but I slow it right down. Okay, and so we're going to go in here. We're going to then single crochet, not single crochet, we're going to slip stitch into the top of our first stitch over here. So we're going to slip stitch into that one, do that little chainy thing, pull a tail and snip, because we're about to change to the green. My scissors are caught in the green yarn. Snip. Oh, nearly cut the yarn over there. Give it a nice little tight tug. So that's our second round. And the good thing about this, there is only 4 rounds to do, so we'll be fine. Okay, so again, I'm just going to go back a few stitches, put my yarn into a stitch, and we're going to do half double crochet into that. Actually no, I'm going to start here. I'm going to go back into here, this slip stitch, and I'm going to start here because this is the round that's a little bit, you want me to what? So I'm going to just do a chain 1 into there, get my tail, give it a bit of a tug. Well, it's not very long, is it? I might pull that out and make my tail a little bit longer. Doesn't really matter, but I just like to have that little bit to stuff in there and also make sure that it doesn't come out. I've got my red in there, awesome. All right, chain 1. So I'm going to half double crochet into that beginning slip stitch. So yarn over, just like we've been doing, and I'm going to work over the red and the green, it'll be fine, and half double crochet. Now, this is where it gets a bit winky wonky. That's the first one. Now, what we're going to do is where there's, how to explain this? Where we've put 2 stitches, I'll get onto camera, might help. Where we've put 2 stitches into the one from the previous round, we're actually going to do a 2 half double crochets between the V's. So we're going to go in between. It's a little bit hard at first, but I can see that that's in between those 2. So I'm going to put my yarn, my hook into there, pull it through, and do a half double crochet into that one. 1 half double crochet in the beginning slip stitch, 2 between the V's. So 2 between the V's. Now we've only done 1 here, and that's fine. We've done 2. Now, because that's like the V stitch, right? Okay, so now we're going to do 1 between the those 2 stitches. Okay, and now we're going to go in between the 2 stitches that we've done into this stitch below. It's a little bit hard to find, and honestly, just go by feel. So I'm going to put 2 into that one. So that's our V stitch. And now between that, so we've done 2 half double crochets into this stitch, 2 half double crochets into the next stitch, and in between we're going to do 1 half double crochet. It's a little bit of a mind-boggling concept, but we've done 2 here into this stitch, so we're going to wiggle our way into the middle of those 2 there. We're going to do 2 half double crochets into that stitch, or in between those 2 stitches. We're going to go back into do another one. Oh, my yarn split. There we go. And because we're now between stitches, we're going to go in between that one there, and it's not that loop, that's we're not going into the stitch, we want to go into, so that's 1, 2 and the back loop, so 3 we want to go into in between that. So if you have a look, you've actually got 3 pieces on your hook. and that's just going to help.
Get that?
Oh,
Would you try again?
thanks, Siri. No, we're fine. Okay, so now we've now got the 2 stitches into that stitch. So we're going to make it like a V-stitch. So we're going to go in between those 2 stitches, and we're going to do 2 half double crochets into that one. Again, it's a little bit interesting, but it helps with the depth of these stitches here. Okay, so yarn over. So we're now in between. So we're not into a stitch, we're in between. We're going to go in the middle of that and do a 1 half double crochet. We're now at our double crochet, so we're going to make that a V-stitch. So we're going to go in there somewhere, and we're going to do 2 into in between, and we're going to do 1 in between the next stitches. And now we're going to do 2 in between those 2 that we did here. Now, if you really struggle with this concept, you can go into the top of the stitches like we normally would, but it just doesn't have that effect, especially when we do the spike stitch the next run around. So we're going to go, so we've only got 1 here, so we're going to go in between those stitches there. We're into our V, so we're going to go in between and do 2. 1 and 2. Once you get the feel of it, it's and you understand where you're actually going, it's okay. And again, you can see that's the stitch. We're not doing the stitch, we're going to go in between. So wrap our yarn, we're going to go underneath all of those, so it's in between the stitches. We're going to do 2 into the next one, 1 and got some red there. It's a good thing about doing colour changes, you can see when you pick up an extra bit of yarn. Okay, so we're going to go 1 into the next one and 2 in between the next lot. 1 and 2. So you can see, when I was trying to work this out, you could see, man, I was going between and then it wouldn't work, and but I finally figured out that if you go between, if you go in between the stitches, it gets the effect that I was looking for. Okay, so, got a bit of red. Awesome. So 1 and 2. Sorry, I'm working off camera. Oh, you decided to get out of bed, did you, Maynardio? Alright, so we've got 1 left to go in here. And we're going to single slip stitch into the first stitch over here. Do our little chain, pull it through, give it a snip, and a good nice tug. Okay, so that's row number 3, round number 3, and now we're going to do number 4, and we're going to do our spike stitch. Oh, I'm lost for words. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so this time we are actually going to work into the stitches like normal, so into the top of the stitches. And this is easy. This is so easy. Okay, so we're going to go into any stitch, and we're just going to wrap our yarn around the back, come through, do a chain. We're going to work over our tail for a little bit, and we're going to go back into the same stitch, and we're going to do 2 single crochets. So 1 into this stitch and 1 into the next stitch, just working over that tail for the first couple of stitches. And now we're going to do our spike stitch. Now the spike stitch is we're going to do a long double crochet, a half double crochet into where the previous row was stitched. Okay, so we're going to go down into here. Okay, no, not we're going into here. Seriously, I'm having a hard time. So it's half double crochet, so yarn over, we're going to go down into the same stitch. Now I think I worked out when I was doing the first one, let me just have a look. Yeah, so 1, 2, and yep. So if you try and go to the right of that stitch, so this is the next one, so we're going to go into here and we're going to go to the right of it and pull it up, and we're going to half double crochet. Okay, so we're going to two, and the way I look at this is if you do the single one that's on its own, so that's 1, that's 2, and you go into the next one, so we're going to single crochet. Oh my lordy, what am I doing? Single crochet. I'll tuck that tail down because we've caught it a couple of times. So we're going to go into that one, into this one, and now we're going to do our long half double crochet. So we're going to go down and we're going to go into this one. So yarn over, go down, follow that stitch where we're going, capture our yarn and pull it through, pull it up so that it's at the same height, yarn over, pull through all 3, 1, 2, 3, and put my yarn to the back, and then we're going to go into the next one, so that's single crochet 1, single crochet 2. Now I'm working over my tail and my knot, so I'm just going to give that a little bit of a tug, and now we're going to do a long half double crochet. Nope, I think I've done it in the wrong place. Hold that thought. Okay, let's do that long half double crochet again. So this is the one I'm working into. Yeah, see, I did that twice. All right, so this is the one where I'm going into, and I need to go down to here. So yarn over, go down into this one, pull it up, make it the same length, half double crochet. Now we need to do our 2 single crochets again. So we're going to go into this one and single crochet. Oh lordy, seriously. So single crochet into, yep, this one. Now I'm going to be working over my tail, going to single crochet into this one, and that's our second one, so we're going to follow it down. We're going to long half double crochet. I feel, nope, I've still done that wrong. Okay, so sorry about that. So I've finished my second circle. It's amazing what happens when you use the same size hook, because oh my gosh, they're the same. Now, I haven't finished this one off because we're going to join straight into this one. So what we want to do is put the wrong sides together. Don't worry about too much about the ends. We'll tuck them in as we get closer to the edge. And what I'm going to do is, because I've done a slip stitch to join here, I'm actually going to try and measure, make sure that the long spike stitches match up. Okay, and so I've gone, yep, so I'm going to go into, find my actual piece of yarn that's attached to the that's attached to the yarn. Okay, so I'm going to go into, and we're just going to single crochet these together. Now what I might do is, we're actually what have I got here? Wrong sides together, slips, single crochet both medallions, about half, yeah, all right. I'm going to do these a little bit different to how I normally do, so making it up on the fly. And I'm actually going to go into the back stitch on this one. in the back stitch on that one. Ooh, let's see how that works. Yarn over and pull it through. Ooh. Back stitch on this one, and the back stitch on the next one. I'm just going to make sure I've got my spikes lined up. So I'm in the middle, so I need to be in the middle, and pull it through and pull it through. Okay, back stitch on this one, which is my spike stitch, back stitch on this one, which is my spike stitch, yarn over, pull it through, single crochet. Now that should give it a really nice clean edge and also a little ridge around both sides of the front, because we're doing back loops only. So back loop on this one, which is, and back loop on this one. So just go nice and slow and steady. And we're going to go all the way around. So that's right, and that one's right. And now we're up to our spike stitch. So back loop on the spike stitch this one, back loop on the spike stitch on that one. That's going to be our measure to make sure that we've got this right. Okay, back loop, single crochet, back loop, single crochet. We're up to our spike stitches, they match, that's awesome. Back loop, single crochet, back loop, to find it, back loop, don't know if I've done that right, single crochet. If you make a boo-boo, it's not the end of the world. And if you've got somebody who's going to come up to your ornaments on your tree and go, oh my God, you did that bit wrong, then they need to find the spirit of Christmas and not be the Grinch. So up to our spike stitch, and that's great too, so we know we're right. Okay, a couple more, and I think when we get to this one here, so this is where we started, that's about halfway. This is where we're going to do our chain of 10 to make a little hanger. So back loop, single crochet, back loop, single crochet. I think I'm liking this better than how I normally do it, because that gives it that nice defined edge. I like it. Okay, back loop, single crochet. And I think what we'll do is we might go in the middle here somewhere. So let's go back loop. Sorry, I'm making this up as I go along. Single crochet. And let's do back loop, single crochet. We're going to chain 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10, and we're going to come down here, and just like a picot stitch, we're actually going to go through that first chain, and we're just going to slip stitch into there, and that's going to, I'm going to apply, and that's going to give us a nice little hanger that we're just going to be able to hang on our tree. So slip stitch, oh, not slip stitch, back loop only of our spike. We're right there, and single crochet, and let's keep going around. Now, because we're about halfway, we're gonna be able to start tucking these ends in soon. Back loop, single crochet. We're onto our spike, which is awesome, on both sides, which is awesome. Back loop only, please. missed totally. Try again. Back loop, single crochet, back loop. Okay, so this one's going to be a little difficult. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, this knot here, I'm actually going to put my hook in, I'm going to pull it through to the back. Just going to poke that there. Go away. And so this is the tail and it's actually sticking out to the front, which we don't want. So I'm just going to pull it through to the back. Just give it a little bit of a tug, pop that knot through. Awesome. And then we can just keep working along. Sorry, keep hitting the camera. All right, back loop, push that tail down. Oh, don't catch that tail there. Back loop and single crochet. Okay, now we've got a little bit of a gap here. That's great. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. I'm going to stick all of my ends inside. Now, the thing I love about this is there's no wastage, and you can make that as puffy as you like. So I think, because I like them to be a bit puffier than that, I think I'm going to fill the rest of it with some polyfill. So I've got my little bag here. Now you don't want to overfill, because that's the thing with amigurumi and you fill things. If you overfill, you'll pull your stitches apart and you'll be able to see inside it, and we don't want that. So maybe just a little bit more. But look how cool that edge is. That is awesome. Nice little ridge. Nothing. I think because I've done these before and I've done just a straight single crochet, that edge is really quite prominent, and with this they're kind of not. Okay, cool. So let's keep going, finishing this off. So stick my little thingy in. I can fluff it up a bit later. So back loop, I've got some caught there. Single crochet. Now how cool, how cute are these, especially this little one. I'll do the other one too, so that you can see what it looks like comparison wise to if you use a 4mm hook. Can't believe, I think what got me is I have quite a number of 4mm hooks that are pink, like this one. I haven't quite got that one through. Excuse me, so sorry. Oh my gosh. Oh, and that's the side I've got the microphone onto. Sorry. Back loop only, please. Thank you. Yeah, and I think I just got confused and picked up my pink hook, not realizing it was a 3mm and not the 4mm. But, you know, you get that. No big deal. Like I was saying at the beginning of the video, they'd be pretty cool if you did them in different sizes. Try not to pick up any of the fluff as you go, because if it sticks out, it kind of ruins the look of it a little bit. Okay, we're almost there. I'm going to guess that maybe oh no, that's pretty good. 1, 2, 3. We'll make it work. If it doesn't match up totally correct, it's absolutely fine. I think maybe I've done an extra stitch here somewhere. Ding. And I'm just going to, oh no, I'm going to guess that's closed. Look at that, that's closed. Oh, amazing. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my little chain stitch and pull my yarn, snip it, pull it. Now I'm going to puff this out, give it a bit of a shake. How cool is that? And I'm going to go into my work. I'm going to pull that through. I don't have a yarn needle here with me at the moment. I could not be lazy and just get up and get one. And I'm going to poke the rest of that in. No, I think I need to go and get a yarn needle. But that's it. That's our little decoration for today. How cute is that? It's double-sided. It's nice and puffy. Again, you can make them as big or as small as you want. I'm going to go back and make another one this size, and I might even do one in a size 5. But really cute. They are pretty easy. I'm a bit fumbly-mumbly today, and I do apologise for that. But I hope you have a go at these. These are really good too if you wanted to do them and do a little hook. I've got a friend who, it's a YouTube friend who makes little decorations and uses them for gift tags. And so she does them in her friend's favourite colours. So if her mum's favourite colour is red, then her gift tag is always red. If her, dad's favourite colour is blue, then dad's gift tags are always in blue. And you could do that, dress these up, use them as gift tags, or join them together, hang them on your little trees, or big trees. But I really hope you give these a go. They look really cute when they're on a tree. I'd show you, but I don't have a tree this year. I don't have it up. Our kids have grown and moved away, and it's just us, and my beautiful fish tank goes where my Christmas tree normally goes, so I haven't done that yet. So I will go, I won't be lazy, I'll go and fix this up and sew that in. I'm just going to take it back inside and poke it through a couple of times. You can make this as big or as small as you want as well. These also look awesome, both flat and as well as filled, double-sided, hanging on a garland. So there's lots of different uses for these little things. I think they're rather cute, especially with the sparkly yarn. I hope you have a go. Please hit that like button on the way out. Thank you very much for joining me today, and I will talk to you next time. Bye!